And folks, the story you all wanted me to cover. So fucking beautiful. So what happens when a preacher stands in front of Donald Trump and actually tells him what the Bible says? Outrage! Outrage! They want to deport this poor bishop woman for literally telling Donald Trump about mercy, about love, about charity, about compassion, all the words of Christ, now completely fucking evil, according to MAGA and Christianity. So, first up, woke bishop urges Trump to find compassion. So Trump went to the wrong motherfucking neighborhood. I don't know how he got conned into this, but went to a church service, and the bishop there saw her opportunity, and goddamn if this hero didn't completely fucking take it.
Our neighbor.
Let's watch the longer version here.
I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some who fear for their lives.
A lot.
And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals.
Right.
They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we were all once strangers in this land.
Damn, I can't believe it. Teaching Trump about goddamn Jesus Christ words. What were you thinking? So obviously they had a fucking conniption. Woke! They're fucking woke. This goddamn woke bitch. Johnny MAGA. This woman should never step foot in the National Cathedral again in any capacity. The audacity to pull something like this. I dare you teach the words of Christ. I dare you beg for mercy from the people that need it the most. Nobody should be surprised, though, folks. I mean, I tell you continuously, they're the fakest people on earth. They don't actually believe anything they say. Here's a Todd Starnes. Franklin Graham told me in my podcast that the National Cathedral has fallen into the hands of LGBT activists. So it's not surprising that this lady bishop spewed hate. Hate? What word did she speak that was hate? It was all about compassion and love and mercy. Literally the opposite in every way of hate. But yes, up is down, left is right in this 1984 dystopia. Love is hate, literally. Brian Taylor Cohen pointing out correctly that one of our representatives in the highest political body in the land is calling for the deportation of an American bishop, a United States-born American citizen, for teaching the words of Jesus Christ, literally. Representative Mike Collins, the person giving this sermon should be added to the deportation list. Yay! Deport every Christian who believes in the word of Christ. I'm with you, Representative Mike Collins. This is where we're at now in this country, folks. Tommy Tuberville, incensed. I dare you preach the words of Christ. Watch him have a fit.
What's your take here on this bishop lecturing President Trump directly to his face today?
Well, thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Appreciate
You think you've seen it all. Of course, I've been up here in this clown show.
I never thought I would leave to see a preacher teach the words of Christ. They ain't supposed to do that.
For 4 years in Congress and watch the radical left just spew hate all over the place and push agenda that I don't even recognize. But for this bishop to do this to President Trump after a weekend of, as you said, talking about God more than ever, talking about how he was spared to give an opportunity maybe to change this country back to something that it should be. It just absolutely amazes me how far these people go. And it's not just this bishop. It's up here today, we got the mainstream media. They have absolutely lost their mind over all these executive orders and the January the 6th protesters being pardoned. They don't say anything about Joe Biden pardoning his family or the...
I did, but that's not the same at all as pardoning the people who tried to overthrow the fucking government and beat up police officers, but still... Not the only one freaking out, though, folks. Asking for mercy. Woke! In wokeness, woke pastor attacks Trump and Vance to their faces for scarring LGBTQ kids and illegal. Yeah, he did, right? President Trump and VP Vance meet the face of the false-speaking devil. Yeah, so evil, the words of Christ. Dyke! Yeah, let me call you a gay slur for preaching Christ. Indeed, Dyke, no true words type. These are the types of scum we're dealing with. She should never set foot in a cathedral again. Her little speech goes against the words of God. Which ones? Which thing that she said goes against the words of Christ? Don't bother. I read them. You haven't. Anyway, she does not fear God. What a terrible, horrendous mistake. So they're all freaking out, folks. They're all freaking out about a message of kindness and love, because of course they are. The scum of the fucking earth. You know you're evil when you have a problem with what she fucking said. Sure sign. Correct yourself. You have fallen too far. And then, of course, Trump out there whining about it. The so-called bishop who spoke at the National Prayer Service on Tuesday morning. Wah! Wah! They owe me an apology. Wah! They told me to love my neighbor. Wah! Just good God. Such whiny fucking piss babies at all times. And yes, Kyle Kalinske hits another part with this meme. Blessed are the merciful, radical leftist, woke, evil devil. Yep. I'm sure to you guys who worship the Antichrist, the words of Jesus would be evil. But that's not because it is. It's because you are.